Let me ask you something uncomfortable straight away. Have you ever said no and then immediately started explaining yourself? Have you ever set a boundary and the moment someone looked disappointed, you softened it? Have you ever been completely clear internally and then completely collapsed externally? Because right there is not a communication problem. It's a nervous system problem. And this week we are fixing that because March 2026 is not subtle. We are in a universal year one, the year of identity formation. And we are in an energy body 3 month, the positive mind, decision integrity, self-leadership, authority, which means the lesson is no longer, can I set boundaries? The lesson is, can I stay steady when someone doesn't like them? This is where most people fall apart. Not at the boundary, but at the pushback. And today we're going to dismantle why that happens and exactly what to do when it does. Not aggressively, not defensively, not performatively, but calmly, consistently and clean. If you're new here, hi, I'm Cherry. I'm a spiritual life coach, numerologist and energy body teacher. And this channel isn't about becoming louder. It's about becoming regulated. It's about building identity from the inside out. It's about learning how to hold yourself in moments that used to destabilize you. And if you've ever felt like, I know what my boundary is, I just can't seem to hold it when it's tested, you're in the right place. Because pushback is not rejection. Pushback is recalibration. And year one is asking you to recalibrate access. So take a breath before we go any further. Because this isn't about learning clever phrases. This is about understanding why your body panics when someone resists your no. And once you understand that, everything changes. So let's talk about what actually happens in your body when someone pushes back. You say, I can't make that. I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. And then they respond with, oh, okay, but it's just this once. You're being a bit dramatic. I thought you cared. Why are you changing? And suddenly your chest tightens, your stomach drops, your mind starts scanning. Did I say it wrong? Should I explain more? Am I being unfair? Am I overreacting? Am I going to lose them? That reaction is not weakness. It's conditioning. Most people were not raised in environments where boundaries were safe. Maybe you learned saying no led to withdrawal. Disagreeing led to conflict. Disappointing someone led to punishment. Taking up space led to shame. So your nervous system encoded a rule. Connection is safer than self-expression. That rule kept you safe once. But in a universal year one, safety is being redefined. Year one is identity energy. It's asking you, who are you when no one is pleased with you? And that's confronting. Because for people who were rewarded for being easy, helpful, agreeable, pushback feels like a threat. Not because it is, because it once was. Energy Body 3 governs the positive mind, the part of you that holds direction. But when the nervous system activates, the positive mind temporarily goes offline. You move from decision integrity to emotional survival. And survival always prioritizes keep the connection, reduce the tension, make this go away. So you soften, you over-explain, you negotiate and you react. And afterwards, you feel drained. That drain isn't guilt, it's fragmentation. You knew what you needed and then you abandoned it. Your system felt it. So let's go deeper. Pushback activates 3 core fears. First, fear of rejection. Second, fear of conflict. And third, fear of being misunderstood. For people with people-pleasing patterns, those fears are magnified because approval became regulation. When someone was happy with you, you felt safe. When someone was upset with you, you felt destabilized. So now, as an adult, pushback doesn't just feel inconvenient, it feels dangerous, even if logically you know it's not. This is where Energy Body 3 becomes an initiation, because Energy Body 3 asks, can you remain steady when someone else is uncomfortable? Not cruel, not rigid, steady. Most people can set boundaries in private. Very few can stay calm during resistance. And that's the growing edge. Here's something that will change how you see pushback. Pushback does not mean your boundaries were wrong. It means someone is adjusting to reduce access. That adjustment can feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is not danger. Your body doesn't know the difference yet. And that's what I'm talking about and helping you realize this week. In year one, identity is built through repetition. If every time someone pushes back, you collapse, your identity becomes, I can't hold boundaries. If every time someone pushes back, you breathe and stay, your identity becomes, I remain steady. Energy Body 3 strengthens through repetition under pressure. Not theory, but practice. Because once they see that pushback is a nervous system event, not a personal failure, you stop shaming yourself. And that's when changes become possible. So now that we understand why pushback feels like danger, let's get practical. Because boundaries don't fail in theory. They fail in real time. You say no, they respond. Your nervous system spikes. So what do you actually say when someone pushes back? The answer is simpler than you think. You don't escalate. You don't over-explain. You don't justify. You repeat calmly. That's it. Energy Body 3 is not about cleverness. It's about steadiness. So let's walk through some real examples. You say, I'm not available. They will say, come on, it'll only take 5 minutes. And you respond, I understand. I'm still not available. No extra explanation, no defensiveness, no emotional spike. Just repetition. You say, that doesn't work for me. And they say, why are you being so difficult? Then you respond, I'm not being difficult. It just doesn't work for me. And then you stop talking. Silence is a boundary tool. Most people talk themselves out of their own line because silence feels uncomfortable. But silence signals certainty. Energy Body 3 thrives in certainty. You say, I'm not comfortable with that. Then they say, you've never had a problem with it before. Then you respond, I'm not comfortable with it now. Notice the pattern. You don't argue the past. You don't defend the shift. You don't debate your evolution. You simply anchor the present. Pushback often tries to hook you into explanation. An explanation invites negotiation, and then negotiation invites collapse. So the rule for beginners is simple. State once. Repeat once, then disengage. Not aggressively, not passive-aggressively, just calmly. Here's another example I want to give you. You say, I won't be able to help with that. They say, but you're so good at it. You can then respond, thank you. I'm still not able to help. Compliment, acknowledgement, boundary intact. So let's talk about emotional manipulation. They say, I guess I'll just do it by myself then. Your nervous system wants to jump in, but all you respond with is, okay. That's it. Just the word okay. Let them have their reaction. You do not need to rescue them because rescuing reinforces the old pattern. Energy Body 3 builds strength through repetition. So here's what you need to understand. You will feel uncomfortable at first. Your voice may shake. Your chest may tighten. Your mind may scream, fix this. But if you stay even for 10 seconds longer than you used to, you are building a new identity. In year one, that matters more than perfection. So let's reframe pushback entirely. Pushback is not an argument. It's a test of consistency. If your no changes under pressure, your system learns it cannot rely on you. If your no stays steady, your system learns you are safe. Confidence is built in these micro moments, not in motivational speeches, not in journaling, but in repetition. So here's the practice anchor. Short, calm, repeat, then stop talking. That's the beginner boundary formula. Let the discomfort surface. That's where the growth is happening. You've said it. I'm not available. That doesn't work for me. I'm not comfortable with that. Now what? Now your body floods. Adrenaline, heat, tight chest, racing thoughts. And this is the moment most people undo their boundaries. Not because the words were wrong, because the sensation feels unbearable. So let's name this clearly. Boundaries are not difficult because of language. They're difficult because of post-boundary discomfort. When you say no, your nervous system scans for threats. It looks for rejection, anger, withdrawal, disappointment. And if those signals appear, even subtly, your system panics. You want to smooth it, fix it, soften it, clear it, clarify it, make them okay again. That urge is not kindness. It's regulation seeking. You were trained, consciously or unconsciously, to stabilize other people. So when someone destabilizes in response to your no, your body feels responsible. That's the pattern we're breaking. Energy Body 3 governs decision integrity. Integrity does not mean the absence of discomfort. It means you stay aligned through the discomfort. In a universal year one, this is identity work. Because identity isn't built when everything is easy. It's built when you remain steady under pressure. So let's slow this right down. If you're listening, place one hand on your chest. Imagine you've just set a boundary. Now imagine the other person reacts. Notice a sensation in your body. That surge is old programming. And here's the key shift. You do not need to remove the discomfort. You need to stay with it. Breathe through it. Post-boundary discomfort usually lasts less than 90 seconds if you don't feed it with overthinking. But most people replay the conversation, anticipate consequences, catastrophize outcomes, imagine worst-case scenarios. That extends the discomfort. Instead, do this. Breathe slowly. With long exhales, feel your feet on the ground. Remind yourself, I am allowed to choose. That's energy body 3 maturing. Pushback will often escalate before it settles. That's important to understand. When patterns change, systems resist. If someone is used to your automatic yeses, your calm no's may feel threatening. They may try persuasion, guilt, minimization, humor, or silence. You do not escalate. You do not defend. You remain steady. Stability will disarm chaos. And here's the deeper truth. When you hold the energy after a boundary, you teach your nervous system that discomfort does not equal danger. That is healing at a cellular level. Every time you stay 10 seconds longer than you used to, you rewrite a survival pattern. Year one is about building a new internal architecture. An architecture is reinforced under load. This is the load. So let's reframe the discomfort entirely. That tightness, that shaking, that surge, that is strength building. It's the muscles of self-trust forming. If you retreat at the first burn, the muscle never develops. If you stay, even imperfectly, it grows. So the practice for this week is not, can I say no perfectly? The practice is, can I stay present for 30 seconds after I say it? That's it. 30 seconds, then 60, then 2 minutes. And one day you'll realize pushback no longer destabilizes you. Not because people stopped reacting, because you stopped collapsing. This is the integration section. So let's zoom out for a moment. This week is not about learning new phrases. It's not about becoming confrontational. It's not about becoming rigid. It's about becoming steady. Pushback will happen. People will test new patterns, not maliciously, not predictably, because when access changes, systems adjust. The question is no longer, will people push back? The question is, will I abandon myself when they do? That's the identity shift of March. We are in a universal year one. Year one builds the foundations of the next 9-year cycle, which means how you handle pushback now becomes a template your nervous system uses going forward. If you collapse repeatedly, collapse becomes normal. If you stay repeatedly, staying becomes natural. This isn't personality work, it's repetition work. Energy body strengthens through consistent alignment. Not dramatic speeches, not emotional breakthroughs. Steady behavior under mild pressure. So this week your only practice is this. Say it calmly. Repeat it once. Stay for 30 seconds. You don't need to win. You don't need to convince. You don't need to be understood immediately. You need to remain intact. Because every time you remain intact, your body learns. I am safe inside my own decisions. That is self-trust forming. That is authority stabilizing. That is identity maturing. And now I want you to take one breath. Feel your spine. Feel your feet. Let your body register this. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to reduce access. You are allowed to change patterns. And you are allowed to remain steady, even if someone doesn't like it, especially if someone doesn't like it. Before we go any deeper, if this resonates, if you're feeling that inner yeses in your soul, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a video. This channel isn't just content, it's a frequency, a sacred remembering, a space where you're called out and called home all in the same breath. So if you're ready to rise, to heal, to reclaim your truth one video at a time, like this video, drop a fire or even a heart emoji in the comments and let me know what landed for you. Let's co-create this new earth together, one soul activation at a time. Welcome to the remembrance. See you in the next video.